see how you're doing today. You've still got a little bit of breakfast left, so we can finish that off and we can have a little drink as well. So, today I've got a few things that we could do. We could look at Japanese schools and how they're different. They're sort of schools and education system, how they're different from the UK. We could do some Latin vocab. Also saw some interesting information about memory and how we create false memories. I wonder what you'd like to do today. Japanese schools, Latin, or creation of false memories? Which one do you think? Oh, Japanese schools. Very good. Okay. Let's have a little start off. Let's find the map page of good one of the world. Let me find out where. There we are. This is quite a big one. Okay, so here's a world map. Let's have a look at some places on there. Could you find Russia? Could you see where Russia is? That's pretty good. Look, it's just up there. Touch it. Russia. There, see how big it is there. Okay. And then if you go down from Russia, look, there's China. Touch China. Yeah. And then just to the right of China, there's the island. It's written up quite small, but if you look closely, Japan. See that island there? Touch Japan. Come on, touch it with your finger. Here, touch it with your finger. All the way over here. All the way over where my finger is. That's it, move your finger out. There, yeah, and we are here, that little island there, the United Kingdom, there. And there's America, over there, and South America, and Africa. Touch Africa, just for the sake of it, and Australia. There, okay. So, would you say Japan is nearer to China, or would you say Japan is nearer to the United Kingdom? Well, C, H, I, N, and all the way over for the A. F. Very nice. Yes. So on the map, Japan is nearer to China. Now then, let me get my information. Japan is actually one of the most successful education systems in the world. So, most successful. I wonder why that is. What is the difference between Japan and the UK? Is there anything that we could learn from them? So Japan has got one of the most, we're just getting warmed up. S, U, C, C, E, S, S. Very nice pointing there. F, very good, very accurate. All the way, move your arm down. U and L. Yes, it's got one of the most successful education systems in the world. Of course, my sort of point here is, I wonder how do you measure educational success? That's the question that springs to my mind. What are your thoughts on that? I-T-H-I-N. I think. Maybe use a pencil just to speed you up a bit, I think it is. Do you want the Q? Q. Go on. Keep your elbow moving. Next letter. Always think next letter, next letter. U. Move and get your feet nice and stable because you're all in a bit of a slouch there. Go on. Q, U. Go on. E. Yes. S. T. Go on. This is very good. Put your hand down. S. T. I. O. N. After the N. A. B. L. E. I think it is questionable. Right, I'll write that one down. That was good. I think it is questionable. There. W. Did you want the M? You wanted the H. I thought so. WH. The M was just one down, wasn't it? Important to be accurate though. Try and get your letter first time. W-H-E-T-H-E. Very nice. E. And then S wouldn't make sense. You one off again. R would make sense. I think it is questionable whether, so really try and go for the letter that you want first time. We don't want to be wandering on that board. I think it's really questionable whether where are we going? E, okay. E and X and after the X, A and M, whether exam exam S A, okay, whether exams, it could be exams or it could be whether exam SA, go on, we'll carry on, whether exams, keep going, hold that pencil. Whether exam, write that one down, do the S and then the A, touch the A again, follow from there, A, R, whether exams are, A, B, A, okay, after the A, finish your word, B, A, touch it. Go, lift your elbow. L, I, D, whether exams are valid. M, E, very nice. A, S, after the S, find it. After the S. Alright, touch that S again, you get a bit stuck. S, and move your elbow. M-E-A-S. What comes next after the S? Come on. S and then U. R. E. I think it is questionable whether exams are a valid measure. Any more? Or that could just be it. O, of, okay. E, D, after the D, E, D. Come on, K wouldn't make sense, would it? E, D. Touch the D again. It's okay, you're doing good. D. U, I'll just give you a bit more feedback. Edu. C. Go on. After the C, next letter. After the C. A. Alright, let me just change position a bit. T. I'll make sure I give you good feedback. I. O. After the O. You're doing so well. Don't tell yourself I don't need to do this. There. After the O. Touch it again. O. There. Give you that feedback. N. A. L. Keep a grip on that pencil there. S. U. Good. C. C. E. S. And it'd be another S, double S to finish. I think it's questionable whether exams are a valid measure of educational success. Oh, we can have a bit of a discussion about this. You could be thinking about it during the session. What might be a more valid measure of educational success? I suppose you might even be thinking about it from your own perspective, because it would be very difficult for you to sit and take the exam, wouldn't it? Okay, so, all right, how do you measure educational success? So, here's an interesting fact for you. In 2018, right, during the World Cup, so you might think, oh my God, this is a bit random, but bear with me. During the World Cup, which took place in Russia, and we had a look at the Russia on the map, the World Cup, the Football World Cup, I didn't mention which one, right, so the supporters for Japan's football team earned the respect of many people across the world. So the supporters earned respect. I wonder if you could guess why. You'll never guess why. Have a go. Have a go. Why do you think they might have earned respect? F O for B E I N for being, P O L I T and E for being polite. That's a good guess. Very good guess for being polite. Yeah, they probably did earn some respect for being polite, but do you know what they did? After each match had been played, they all worked together and cleaned up their part of the stadium where they'd been spectating. So all the other spectators, they'd drop their rubbish, leave a mess, and the cleaners would have to go in and tidy up. But not the Japanese supporters. They all cleaned up their stadium. And the reason that they did this stems from their education system. So what were they admired for doing? C L E A N I N G, cleaning. T-H, we're just practicing. E, cleaning the, your pointing is really good today. S, after the S, T, A. Now let's see if we can hold the board, and we're going to do D-I-U-M, because you're doing so well. I'll help you. You want to point with that? Hold it with this hand and keep pointing with this one. So use that finger. Let's just go for the, there's the D. D, and then the I. Down for the I. There it is, there. That's it. And then straight to the U. And the M. Touch the M. There, very nicely done. They clean the stadium. Okay, so listen to this. In Japan, all students are required to clean the school themselves. All students have to clean school. That includes the classroom, the cafeteria, and the toilets. Everywhere has to be cleaned. So they're divided into groups, into small groups, and assigned cleaning tasks on a rota. And that is, the reason for it is designed to nurture a sense of duty, responsibility, and perseverance. Perseverance in young people. So most Japanese schools do not need to employ any cleaners or caretakers because it's the responsibility of all the students to look after the school. I wonder what you think about that. Do you think that's a good idea? Or have you any views on that? Yeah, we've got a plaster on there still. Any views on that? Leave the plaster on. Go on. Any views? I, T, it. Would you use the pencil? Because pointing with that finger's a bit peculiar. I, it is. It is. Go on. It is. Hold that a bit firmer. You can see where you're going with it. It is. Come on. It is G. Hold it. Keep a grip. Keep a grip. Keep a grip on there. It is G. Go. O. After the O. After the O. O. And it is good. Right. It is good. Come on. Okay, we take that plaster off. That'll be fine. Come on. It'll be fine. It is good. T, O, 2. Come on. You're fine. See, it's good. It is good to, is that M, or G, I. Come on. After the I. V, and it is good to give T, H, A, and after the A, lift your elbow. T, that. You tell yourself, I don't need to do that. It is good to give that. Go on. Go on. R, E, S, R, E. So you've done the S. Keep a grip on that pencil, you're not holding it tight. R-E-S. Come on, I know you've just got that little cut, it'll be fine. R-E-S, taking a long time to heal. After the S, come on. R-E, lift your elbow. P, O, N, S, this is good. I, that's accurate. B, a nice blow. I, after the I, keep it going, go, 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 go. L, next letter, next letter, next letter, I, next letter, T, next letter, Y. It is good to give that responsibility. Any more? Any more? I'll put a bit of cream on that for you, just to soothe it. I think the cream will be enough. There we are. Soothe it with a bit of cream, like that. There. Much better. It is good to give that responsibility. Any more? Okay. T, O, to, Y, O, U, after the U, Y, O, U, you touched S, did you want the N? N, okay, I thought that might be an accident. To young. Now you look like you touched the P. Good. To give that responsibility to young. We need to be more definite when you want to touch it. You can always swap to the stencil if we have the problems. To young. P. E. Try and give you more feedback again. P, E, O. Come on. P, L, E. It is good to give that responsibility to young people. Yes, I think if you instill it in people when they're young, then clearly, as we've seen from the example, when it sort of stays with them right the way through to adulthood. So, let's just see the next fact. So, by Western standards, Japanese society is inheritably collectivist, collectivist. So Japanese society is collectivist. The culture does indeed have individualistic tenets, but the emphasis is on social harmony above individual expression. And this touches all aspects of everyday life, including education. So just summarise that for me. Their emphasis is on what? T, H, E, Y, they, B, okay, A, L, B, A, L, yes, U, that's good. They value S, O, C, I, go on, after the I, A, next letter, go on, tell yourself I can do it. Tell yourself I can do the next letter. After the A was L. They value social. H, A, next letter, go on. R, oh, that was a bit of a swipe, touch it. R, M, O, N. Just give you more feedback as you're touching it. After the N, touch the N again. Harmon. Look, you did H-A-R-M-O. Touch the N again. N. And then would come, they value social harmon. Last letter would be on that word. That's it, you're down at the bottom there. Oh, why are you moving back up? Touch the N again. N. Must be Y. Must be Y. Just practice N to Y. N and then Y. Do it again. Just practice that movement. N and I might have to reposition a bit. Touch the Y. Y. Okay. So they value social harmony. Yes, they value that more than sort of the development of individual expression. So that's quite interesting, isn't it? There. And now we see that in their education system. So, there. I think it's quite interesting to look at some of the cultural issues surrounding this and why it might be that they value this sort of social harmony. Listen to this. Out of its 126 million inhabitants, 98.5% are ethnically Japanese. So net immigration to the country is far lower than other industrialised nations. And as you've seen, when we looked on the map, it's quite, you look on here, you can see, there it is. There it is. Sorry, I couldn't see it for a minute. There it is. It's isolated from, everywhere else. So, there's not many people going to be trying to emigrate into Japan. So that has led to kind of quite a strong culture and a sort of a very deeply rooted conformist culture. When I say conformist, what do I mean by that? Conformist, what thoughts come to mind? Conformist is oh, that's that cough. I'll just move on the chair a little bit, that's it. Alright, let's work on this. Let's just work on stopping you doing that. Okay, so your responsibility to command yourself. I don't need to bite my hand. Right, and I'll help you. If I spot that you're going to lift your hand up, I'll see if I can keep a hold of it and push it back down again. Would that be alright? Yeah? Okay. So, conformist, what does it mean to you? So you did A, D, H, E, after the E, R, I. That's good. After the I, finish the word. N and G, adhering. That's it. Just do one word at a time if you need to. Conformist means adhering. Go on. T and up to the T and O to R. Oh yeah, that's good. U. Very nice. After the U, I stopped it. Come on. L and E and go on. Adhering to rules. Yeah, so oh, thank you. If the government says, oh, this is the rule, this is the law, is there loads of mass protests? No. They adhere to the rules. They know, right, that must be for everybody's good, for the whole of society's group, therefore we will adhere, we will conform to the rules. Right. So, I'm going to show you a couple of pictures here. These are two pictures of a Japanese classroom. There's one which has got older children in. Let's have a look with your finger. We'll just have a look. There's the teacher at the front. Big blackboard. And there's all of the students. There. There's quite a lot in the group, isn't there? And there's a younger class. Look, there, there. And again, quite a lot in the group. Do you notice anything about those pictures? What are your observations? What would you say? T, H, E. Oh, that hand was so close you just could not resist putting it in your mouth. T, H, E, the. S, T, U, D, E, N, T, S, the students, A, go on, A, R, after the R, E, R, S, I, that's nice, T, after the T, T, I, N, sitting, yes, A and T and they're sitting at, S and I and after the I, go on, N and this is good, G, next letter, after the G, L, yes, E, yes, D and E and S and after the S, go on, next letter, K and that's very good observation. The children, oh the students you said, sorry, the students are sitting at single desks. You're right. So we might say, let's compare the Japanese classroom with what we might see in one of our classrooms. Japanese classroom, we've got desk, desk, desk. You can help me draw some more desks. You can help me draw some more. Here we are. We'll draw a picture. So we're going to do little boxes. We're going to just go, here we are, look, down, across, down. Oh, yeah. Ready? That's it. Just go down, across, down, up, and another one. Down, across, down, up. Yeah, another one. Down, across, down. Oh, that was lovely, that one. And another one. Down, across, down, up. That's it. And we'll do one more just for the sake of it. Do one more in this Japanese classroom. We'll go down, across, up. Oh, I like that one. Oh, go on, just for the sake of it, to make it even. Then we've got 9 in that one. Down, oh, oh, good. Down and then across. Oh, now you're going pretty good. Well, that'll do. That was a good try. So we'll label that one with a J. And we'll put UK. In the UK, in a classroom, what you probably find are that students are kind of often grouped together. So you'll have like, we'll draw one table here, like this. See a bigger table, and if I put lines across like that, and like that, you can see it's sort of 4 desks joined together, and the students might be sat like that. Okay, let's draw another one. You can draw one the same. Okay, so we're going to do, first of all, we're going to do the rectangle. So we've got a line down. That's it. And then we're going to go across a longer line to my, start there and go to my finger. All, oh, very nice. Then we're going to go up to my finger. Very nice. And then across again to join. So we're going to go that way, all the way across. Start there. You can hear some noise outside, I know. All the way across, and then we'll divide it into 4. Down, and we'll go across there. And across. Oh, very good. And we'll pop some students on as well. We'll just do dots. Dot, dot, chapter. Okay, so they're working in groups in the UK, and in Japan you've got the teacher at the front there, like we saw on this picture. That was very nice. So there. So it's very interesting that actually they spend less per student. I think I found where am I now? They spend less per student than many other developed countries, and yet they still manage to achieve these good results. Anyway, let's just talk. We've talked about how they're very conformist, but interestingly enough, they do work on creativity. Because you think, oh, maybe if they're just all very conformist, how would they bring out any of the creative spirit? Well, first of all, they have introduced innovative teaching methods as a way to harness critical thinking and improve performance. The teachers spend time discussing and studying lesson plans at lesson study conferences, and books full of lesson plans are sold in bookstores across the country. So the system of lesson planning is known as Jugyu Kenkyu. We won't worry about that. But it involves teachers meeting up regularly to collaborate on the design and implementation of lessons. And I don't think that happens in the UK. In the UK it's very much done, you do it on your own and within your school. Would you think that's a good idea? I-T-S. It's P-R-O-B. P-R-O-B-A-B. After the B, L and Y. It's probably T H E B B E. After the E, S and I can know you're just listening, aren't you? There's a noise going on in the background. I've got the window open. B-E-S. Lift your elbow. Go on. Probably the B-E-S-T. The best. W. Go on then. Go up if you want to. A and Y. The best way. Let me just give you a break. I'll write that down. It's probably the best way. So we're talking about teachers all meeting up and having lesson planning sessions, etc. It's probably the best way of is that D E V, okay, D-E-V, go on, just reposition a bit so that I'm in a good, best way of D-E-V, go on, D-E-V, L, O, after the O, Q would make sense, P would, I, then N, Yes, and next letter would be G. Probably the best way of developing, down you go, up and down, best way of developing, L, E, S, S, go on, O, N, and S. You have something more to eat while I just talk a little bit. You're right. It's probably the best way of developing lessons. I agree. You know, if I'm ever trying to, you know, think about something, I would find it great to talk to someone else, share ideas, share what works, or, you know, share my thoughts. And then you get inspiration, and you're normally able to produce something better yourself. So I really like that idea. I think that should happen more really in the UK, even for experienced teachers. It'd be great, you know, even as an experienced teacher, you've still got things to learn from younger teachers. And of course the younger teachers have got lots to learn from the experienced ones. Here's an example. One unique method for nurturing creativity is called nameless paints. Nameless paints. How strange is that? It's a product that consists of 10 tubes with coloured paint inside, and instead of being labelled with the colours, only primary colours, yellow, red and blue, appear on the tubes. To get green paint, the children therefore have to find the tube adorned with a yellow dot and a blue dot. So they have to make it themselves. The aim of the designers was to change the way children think and learn. Unlike education in Britain, where teachers guide students through a series of steps to help them learn how to solve problems, the focus on Japan is enabling students to develop their own methods for problem solving through trial and error. Aim to develop own problem solving methods. It got me wondering this as to whether that's why we see a lot of the technology innovations coming from Japan over, you know, the last 10 or so years, because they've really instilled this sort of creativity in their education system. What do you think? What do you think? A, G, A-G, go on, doing so well. A-G, yeah, I know, I'm keeping an eye on the time. A-G, you're doing so well. R, E, oh, that was a D, I think you wanted the E. Yeah, agree, yeah, agree. Right, you carry on eating, I'll just talk a bit more. Oh yes, so another thing to do with the education system, as well as core subjects like maths, language, sciences and PE, they do traditional Japanese calligraphy and poetry. Oh, we've done some Japanese poetry. Do you remember it was called haiku, H-A-I-K-U? So they're taught on the curriculum, highlighting a strong sense of connection to cultural and artistic heritage. Just calligraphy, what is that? What is calligraphy? W. Yeah? Calligraphy is W. R. I. W. R. I. T. I. N. G. Yeah, it's a very Very beautiful form of writing, isn't it? Where sometimes you use special pens with nibs, and it's almost like painting even, isn't it? It's a lot of detail in it. Let's see. I'm doing so well. So, where are we? You just carry on eating and I'll tell you a bit more. First 3 years of school, the aim is not to judge a child's knowledge, but to develop their character and establish good manners. So the first 3 years is all about establishing character and good manners. It's not about teaching your ABCs, your numbers, things like that. The idea of social harmony is drilled into children from a young age, with schools placing emphasis on qualities such as compassion, self-control and justice. Compassion, self-control and justice. There's only one single exam at the end of high school that determines their future. The competition for places is very high. Only 76% of school graduates continue after high school. Let's just talk about some of the school rules. All the students are required, just get another piece of paper, all the students are required to wear school uniform. All wear school uniform, which is intended to eradicate social barriers among students and present a sort of a system of conformity. Did you know only 82% of state schools in the UK have a compulsory dress code? And in Japan, their uniforms follow a military style, blazers and a sailor suit for girls. Also, accessories are banned. All accessories are banned. What sort of accessories would people in the UK have for school? It's an aeroplane. Go on, touch the R. I can hear it too. Ear. That's a good example, yeah? Ear, R, I, N. After the N would be G, and after the G, earrings. Touch the S. Touch it. That's R. Touch the S. Okay, so go G to S. G, straight to the S. And again. Go from G all the way to S. I think you're just getting a bit tired, but we just practice this last bit. Come on. I'll change over to the stencil. So an example of accessories that people wear in the UK would be earrings. They might wear other jewellery, and hairstyles, hair clips, makeup, etc. And also mobile phones are banned. No phones in school. Oh my God, there'd be uproar if that happened in the UK. So, other things that are instilled, punctuality is instilled, and value of time. So timekeeping is really important. They start school at 8:30 a.m. If you're late, even by just a couple of minutes, you're likely to get some form of punishment, such as having to come into school even earlier for cleaning duties for the rest of the week. Do you think punctuality is important? Do you think it's important? Why? Sorry, I said I'd change over to the stencil to make it a bit easier for you, didn't I? Let's just use this. See if this makes it a little bit easier for you while we go through this bit. So we did Y, E, yes, I, It. Yes, it. Yes. So, is punctuality important in your opinion? Yes, it. Go on. Yes, it. I. Yes, it is. Any more? Yes, it is. Ah. Okay. See where you're going. Ah. Okay. You. After the U, tell yourself next letter, move my elbow. D. Oh yeah. R-U-D. E. It is rude. It is rude. Go on. Where are you going? You're just hovering. You were nearly there. Yes, it is rude. Come on. It's just a little bit about the corner. I need to try this. It is rude. T. It is rude. I'll just give you a break. Yes. It is rude. Okay, then you do a T and you're kind of hovering a little bit. Let's just check. Yes, it is rude. Go on. Do the T again. T and O and B and after the B. Go on, don't get distracted. Rude to be. Yes, it is rude to be. That makes sense. L and A and you're doing so well. Go on, I can see you were just hovering by the T. Touch it. Touch the T if you want it. Push the pen. Go on, touch it. Move your elbow. Move your elbow. Go on, move it. Okay, struggling. Let me just reposition. Go on. Rude to B. So you've done L and A and you were hovering over the T. Let's see if you can move that elbow and push to touch it. Yeah. Right, that's off your finger. Sticky. Sticky, sticky, sticky. There. Go on then. Rude to B, L and A and okay, you can touch it with your finger. T and E. Yes, it is rude to be late. You probably got that value from me because I hate it if people are late. And I also hate being late myself. That was something that my mum, a value that my mum instilled in me. Discipline is also reflected in their attendance rate, which is about 99.99%. Pride about education is so deeply embedded across all areas of society that forgoing school represents a huge stigma across all generations and social groups. Another interesting thing is about lunches. Okay, the government strives to ensure all students eat healthy and balanced meals. Most schools adhere to a standardised menu that's been developed with the input of chefs and professional dietitians. Now listen, all students eat in the classroom with their teacher. Eat in the classroom with teacher. Helping to forge student-teacher relationships, and they'll all have to clear up as well. Tidy it all up and clean afterwards. So, any other points? Oh yeah, there's just, we talked about teachers and lesson planning. Just another thing about teachers. In Japan, teachers is it's a very well-respected profession. And they have to go through a really intensive selection process to actually get a job. And instead of just assigning a teacher to a school, teachers are hired at a regional level, not by individual schools. And they're moved around different schools roughly every 3 years. So they don't just get stuck in a little rut. They can then, school boards can assign the strongest teachers to the schools and students who need them most. So that sounds really good. Okay, Chris, I can see. We'll just finish off quickly. Let's just finish off quickly. Sit yourself down. Go on. Okay, so all of this sounds really good, doesn't it? However, because it's just this one exam at the end of when they get to the age of 16, that people feel under an awful lot of pressure, the students feel under an awful lot of pressure. And the students' well-being, just another few minutes, students' well-being is coming under increasing scrutiny. They're saying that they're creating breeding grounds for poor mental health. Okay. 2017, there was a survey done amongst the youngsters of 20 countries. Japan ranked bottom for young people's well-being, and actually the UK didn't fare much better. It was second bottom. Okay, so what we're going to do is next session we're going to have a look at why that happens. So just to conclude, so far, what do you think about the Japanese education system? Have you got any opinions on it? Anything that you'd like to say so far? Just to finish off today. T-H-E-R, there, A. This is good. We're just finishing off, aren't we? Tell yourself, the A. You're just finishing off. The A. Go for it, choose this quickly. The A. R. The R. There are. L. Very nice. O. Good. T and there are lots. O and F of. G. O. Very nice. G. O. Go on. O. D. There are lots of good. T. H. T. H. After the H. Go on. There are, that was right, lots of good. T. H. There we are. Go on. I. N. G. And lots of good thing. G. Lots of good things. A. N. Lots of good things. It's just an impulse to stand up. A. M. What am I going to do? If you like, I can stand with you while we just finish it off. Yeah. A. N.